Okay, I had a dream from God. It's definitely from God. Now, in the dream, okay, I'm going to get right into this. In the dream, I saw planes flying and they had these big flags, like big flags. And it was supposed to be like the American flag, but it wasn't. It was a bunch of advertisements for money and stuff. It was like, I clearly remember a big Budweiser advertisement, a bunch of flags. It was like, so that part of the dream was the first part of the dream, and I knew what it meant. It basically meant that America's become all about money, advertising, riches, commerce, capitalism. So then the second part of the dream was like I was someone else experiencing somebody else's life. And these people lived in like a trailer, and I was with them, and then all of a sudden they lived by nuclear silos. Okay, so all of a sudden a bunch of missiles started launching, and we ran outside. There was three of us, and we watched all these missiles just go up into the sky. And I remember one guy I just counted 8 of them. Like 8 went up, and it all happened in like less than a minute. Like all of a sudden you hear this big roar. We ran outside to see them going up into the air, and like literally a minute later, it was silent. Like they all went up all at once. And then there was like peace and quiet, and it was quiet. But we knew something. First of all, we knew that something had happened that had caused the United States to send this launch up. We weren't sure if the United States had already been attacked or what. So what I'm saying is, what I got out of that second part of the dream was that when it does happen, most of us aren't even going to be notified by the news. We're just going to see the evidence of it. In other words, you might see streaking going up. You might see a mushroom cloud in the distance. You might feel the ground rumble. That's another revelation that God gave me a few weeks ago. Is the Bible says every island and every mountain is moved. I felt the ground moving like an earthquake. And so when every island is moved, every mountain is moved, it's from this worldwide catastrophe, Revelation chapter 6, verse 12, the sixth seal. Oh, that's what also happened. Right after we saw those nuclear missiles go up, I started telling this guy that this is the sixth seal of Revelation. And he's like, shut up, stop telling us that. And so he was mad that I was telling him that it's the sixth seal. And then there was a third part of the dream where I saw like like 2 people come out of like an apartment, or 3 people. It was a mom and a little girl and her boyfriend. It wasn't the dad of the little girl. And I knew that the little girl was like being molested. She was like really little and innocent. But I just knew she was being molested by this guy. And what I got out of that part of the dream was that like the United States has turned into a lot of bad people. Just saying. I mean, there's a lot of good people here, a lot of Christians. This is like the last refuge for Christianity. But when the sixth seal happens, that's all over. And it's World War III, and the winner of World War III is the feet of the bear, the Russian infantry, Kim Jong-un, allied with China and Iran and Turkey. And these are the enemies of God, the enemies of Christianity, and enemies of Israel. So I don't know when it's going to happen. I keep seeing everything heat up, heat up, heat up. And then it cools back down, cools back down, cools back down. Just like the election in 2016. Russia was threatening thermonuclear war. Then Trump wins. Then everything cooled down. Then in the last couple of weeks, Kim Jong-un starts launching missiles and doing nuclear tests, and everything heated up again. And then it cooled back down. So I don't know when it's going to happen. In the dream where I saw the missiles going up into the air, it looked like it was either spring, winter. It was not summertime. It looked like it was the rainy season. It looked like it was cold out. And there was a lot of clouds in the sky. The other dream that I had was wintertime when I saw somebody snowboarding, and they looked over the horizon and saw a mushroom cloud. And the earthquake's so strong that it knocked him off his board. He was skiing, he was snowboarding down the hill, and boom, like he got knocked down from an earthquake, and then when he looked over his shoulder, he could see the mushroom cloud. So I gather that means it's going to happen during the ski season.